Good morning slash afternoon slash evening, everyone. Let's talk about something that feels unnatural to many of us, not reacting. We live in a world where the loudest voice often gets the most attention. Where clapping back, proving a point, or making sure someone gets what they deserve is seen as strength. But what if real strength doesn't look like a fight? What if in 2025, the most powerful thing you can do is walk away silently? See, we are conditioned to believe that when someone disrespects us, we have to show them why they're wrong, that we need closure, or that our response will somehow make them realize their mistake. But here's the hard truth. Some people don't deserve your reaction. They deserve your absence. Cutting people off silently is not about being cold. It's about choosing peace over chaos. It's about understanding that not every battle is worth your energy. You can't heal in the same space that hurts you. And sometimes the best response is no response at all. Silence is often misunderstood. Many people see it as weakness, as if choosing not to respond means you have nothing to say or no strength to stand up for yourself. But let me tell you, silence is one of the most powerful things you can ever master. Think about the last time someone tried to provoke you. Maybe it was a toxic friend, a manipulative family member, or even a stranger who just seemed determined to get under your skin. They were looking for a reaction, weren't they? They wanted to pull you into their chaos, to make you defend yourself, to prove them wrong, because if they can control your reaction, they can control you. But what happens when you give them nothing? When you don't respond to the insult, the passive-aggressive comment, the guilt trip, or the bait they throw your way? They lose their power. Silence is power because it removes their control over your emotions. The moment you stop engaging with toxicity, you shift the dynamic. You take back the energy that would have been wasted on arguments, explanations, and defending yourself to people who were never listening in the first place. You choose peace over proving a point. And trust me, not everyone deserves access to your energy. Now, let's be real. Silence isn't easy. The urge to react is strong. When someone disrespects you, your instinct is to set the record straight, to show them who they're messing with, to make sure they know they can't treat you that way. But here's the truth. People who truly value you don't put you in a position where you have to prove your worth. And people who don't value you, they don't deserve your breath. We've been taught to believe that power comes from having the last word, that strength is in clapping back, defending yourself, making sure they feel your anger. But real power is in walking away and letting your absence speak for itself. Think of the most powerful people in the world. Do they respond to every insult? Do they engage in every argument? No, because they understand that their time and energy are too valuable to waste. Silence is a message, a clear, undeniable message. It says, I am not available for this negativity. I refuse to lower myself to this level. I do not need to prove my worth to you. You are no longer a priority in my life. And when you master the art of silence, you master self-control. You show that your peace is non-negotiable. You protect your mental and emotional well-being. So in 2025, when someone disrespects you, cut them off silently. When someone tries to trigger you, don't take the bait. When you feel the need to explain yourself to someone who refuses to understand, walk away instead, because your silence is power. And in a world full of noise, knowing when to be silent is a strength that few people ever truly master. We've been conditioned to think that every conflict needs to be addressed, every misunderstanding needs to be fixed, and every relationship, no matter how draining, needs to be fought for. But here's the truth. Not every battle is worth fighting. Not every situation requires your response. Not every relationship deserves your energy. There comes a time when you have to ask yourself, am I protecting my peace, or am I just fighting unnecessary battles? We often feel like we need to defend ourselves when someone crosses the line. We explain, we justify, we argue, trying to get them to respect us, to see our worth, to change their behavior. But the hard reality is, some people will never respect your boundaries no matter how much you explain them. This is why boundaries over battles is a mindset we must embrace in 2025. What are boundaries? Boundaries are not about controlling other people. They're about controlling yourself. They are the invisible lines you draw to protect your mental, emotional, and even physical well-being. They are the decisions you make about what you will and will not tolerate. They are the standards you set for how you allow people to treat you. Boundaries say, I will not sacrifice my peace just to keep someone comfortable. The problem is many people resist boundaries because they benefit from you not having them. They want unrestricted access to your time, your energy, and even your emotions. And when you start enforcing boundaries, they'll say you're being distant, selfish, or difficult. Let them, because what's the alternative? Continuing to exhaust yourself in endless battles with people who will never change? Staying in spaces where you are undervalued, lowering your standards just to avoid confrontation? That's not peace. It's self-betrayal. Why choose boundaries over battles? Battles drain you, boundaries protect you. Have you ever left an argument feeling completely exhausted? Like you gave away too much of yourself? That's because battles take from you while boundaries preserve you. When you stop engaging in every conflict, you free up energy for things that actually matter. Not everyone deserves an explanation. Some people act like they don't understand your boundaries, not because they're confused, but because they don't want to understand. The more you explain, the more they push. Learn this. No is a complete sentence. Peace is more important than proving a point. Some arguments are just traps designed to pull you in and keep you stuck. Your job is not to win these battles. Your job is to recognize them and walk away. You don't need to prove your worth to someone committed to misunderstanding you. Boundaries teach people how to treat you. Every time you allow someone to cross a boundary without consequences, you are silently teaching them that it's okay to disrespect you. If you want to be treated differently, you have to set the standard. Fighting for the wrong relationships will cost you the right ones. If you are constantly fighting to keep people in your life who don't value you, you are wasting time that could be spent building relationships with those who truly respect and appreciate you. How to choose boundaries over battles in 2025. Stop explaining yourself to people who don't listen. If someone keeps violating your boundaries, they don't need another explanation, they need distance. Stop trying to make people respect you. If someone doesn't respect you naturally, no amount of arguing will change that. Walk away from situations that drain you. Not everything deserves a response. Let people misunderstand you. If someone twists your words, let them. Your peace is more important than their perception. Say no without guilt. The people who get upset about your boundaries were the ones benefiting from your lack of them. Your energy is your most valuable resource. It's more precious than money, more crucial than time, and once it's drained, it takes time to rebuild. The way you feel mentally, emotionally, and even physically is directly connected to how well you protect your energy. Yet too often we give our energy away to the wrong people, the wrong situations, and the wrong battles. We let stress, negativity, and toxic relationships drain us until we have nothing left for ourselves. In 2025, that has to stop. This is the year we protect our energy like our life depends on it, because it does. Why protecting your energy is essential? Your energy affects everything. When your energy is high, you feel inspired, productive, and at peace. But when it's low, everything feels harder. Small problems seem overwhelming, negative thoughts creep in, you lose motivation. Protecting your energy isn't just about avoiding stress, it's about preserving your mental and emotional well-being. Some people are energy vampires, let's be honest. Some people suck the life out of you. They bring drama, negativity, and chaos into your world. They take, but they never give. They call you only when they need something. Being around them feels exhausting instead of fulfilling. You don't owe them access to your energy. Distance yourself, let them go. Not every invitation deserves your presence. Protecting your energy means being intentional about where you spend it. Just because you're invited doesn't mean you have to show up. You don't have to engage in every conversation, every event, or every argument. Learn to say no without guilt. Negativity is contagious. Ever notice how spending time around negative people can shift your entire mood? Energy is contagious. When you surround yourself with toxic, bitter, or constantly complaining people, it drains you, even if you don't realize it at first. Protecting your energy means choosing to be around people who uplift you, not pull you down. Your peace is priceless. Too many people trade their peace for relationships that should have ended, jobs that kill their spirit, or friendships that no longer serve them. But here's the truth. Anything that costs you your peace is too expensive. Ways to protect your energy in 20251. Set boundaries without apology. Stop over-explaining yourself to people who don't respect you. If someone constantly drains you, limit your time with them. Say no without guilt. No is a full sentence. Protect your personal time. You don't have to be available 24/7.2. Be mindful of who has access to you. Everyone does not deserve your time or energy. If someone's presence makes you feel drained instead of fulfilled, it's okay to walk away. Stop trying to fix people who refuse to change. 3, watch what you consume. Negativity isn't just in people, it's also in what you watch, read, and listen to. Avoid social media that constantly feeds you negativity. Be intentional about filling your mind with things that inspire, not deplete. 4, protect your emotional well-being. Stop engaging in arguments that lead nowhere. Some people just want to provoke you. Don't take the bait. Let go of resentment. Holding on to anger only drains you. Forgive not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. 5, choose rest without guilt. Resting is not laziness, it's necessary. Stop feeling guilty for needing time to recharge. Prioritize sleep, relaxation, and doing things that bring you joy. Growth is a beautiful, painful, necessary process. We all say we want to grow. We want to be better, stronger, wiser. But what many people don't realize is that growth isn't just about gaining new things. It's about letting go of the things that no longer serve us. And that's the hard part. See, we hold on to things, people, habits, mindsets, memories, not because they are good for us, but because they are familiar. We cling to toxic relationships because we're afraid of being alone. We repeat self-sabotaging patterns because change feels uncomfortable. We keep people in our lives who no longer align with us because we don't want to feel guilty for outgrowing them. But here's the truth. You cannot become the person you are meant to be while staying attached to what's holding you back. Why letting go is necessary for growth. Not everything is meant to last forever. We often think that relationships, friendships, and even certain beliefs should last a lifetime, but the reality is some things are only meant to be part of your journey for a season. Holding on to something that has already served its purpose only keeps you stuck. Comfort zones kill growth. Staying where you feel comfortable might feel safe, but it also keeps you stagnant. Growth requires stepping into the unknown. It requires taking risks. It requires releasing what no longer fits so you can make room for something better. Some people are not meant to go with you. One of the hardest truths to accept is that not everyone can come with you to your next level. Some people are only part of your story for a chapter, and that's okay. If you have to shrink yourself to fit into certain relationships, if you have to dim your light to make others comfortable, it's time to let go. Old mindsets will keep you stuck. Growth isn't just about who you let go of, it's also about what you let go of. Old beliefs, limiting thoughts, self-doubt, and fear will keep you in the same place. If you want to grow, you have to let go of the version of yourself that no longer aligns with where you're headed. Letting go creates space for new opportunities. You can't receive new blessings while clinging to old baggage. When you release what no longer serves you, you create space for better relationships, new experiences, and opportunities that align with your growth. How to let go and embrace growth in 20251. Let go of people who no longer align with you. If a relationship drains you more than it fulfills you, it's time to walk away. If you constantly have to beg someone for respect, they don't deserve a place in your life. If a friendship feels forced, it's okay to move on without resentment. You do not have to hold on to people out of guilt or obligation. 2D. Release old versions of yourself. Stop defining yourself by your past mistakes. You are allowed to evolve. Let go of limiting beliefs that tell you you're not good enough. Stop playing small just to make others comfortable. The person you were last year is not who you have to be today. 3. Detach from what you can't control. Some situations won't go the way you want. Let them unfold without forcing them. Stop trying to change people who don't want to change. Learn to accept closure that you never received. 4. Walk away from anything that no longer feels right. That job that kills your spirit, start looking for something better. That toxic cycle you keep repeating, choose differently this time. That habit that keeps you stuck, replace it with something that fuels your growth. 5, trust that letting go leads to something greater. Growth is uncomfortable, but it always leads to something better. The right people, the right opportunities, the right experiences will come when you make space for them. You are not losing, you are making room for something greater. Peace. A simple word, yet one of the most valuable things you can ever possess. In a world that thrives on noise, chaos, and constant demands, finding peace and, more importantly, protecting it is an act of strength, not weakness. Too often, we sacrifice our peace for things that do not serve us. We stay in toxic relationships because we fear loneliness. We engage in arguments that lead nowhere just to prove a point. We overextend ourselves, saying yes when we really mean no, stretching ourselves too thin for people who wouldn't do the same for us. But at what cost? Your peace is priceless. And in 2025, it's time to start treating it that way. The high cost of losing your peace, when you sacrifice your peace, you don't just feel emotionally drained, you suffer in every area of your life. Mentally, your mind is in a constant state of stress, overthinking, and anxiety. You replay conversations, stress over things beyond your control, and carry the weight of unnecessary burdens. Emotionally, you find yourself feeling drained, exhausted, and overwhelmed. You absorb negative energy from others and let toxic environments affect your mood. Physically, stress and lack of peace take a toll on your body. It manifests in fatigue, headaches, tension, and even serious health issues over time. Spiritually, when you lack peace, you feel disconnected from yourself. You struggle to feel fulfilled, and instead, you operate in survival mode rather than living with intention. This is why protecting your peace is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Why peace is more important than anything else. Peace gives you clarity. When your mind is at peace, you can think clearly. You make better decisions, recognize what truly matters, and avoid making emotional choices that you will later regret. Peace saves you from unnecessary drama, engaging in toxic conversations, reacting to negativity, and constantly defending yourself drains you. When you prioritize peace, you learn to walk away from situations that do not serve you. Peace helps you protect your energy. Not everyone deserves access to you. Some people only bring stress, conflict, and negativity into your life. Protecting your peace means being selective about who and what you allow into your space. Peace strengthens your mental and emotional health. Inner peace reduces stress, anxiety, and overthinking. It allows you to approach life with a calm, clear mindset rather than constantly feeling overwhelmed. Peace helps you live in the present. Many people spend their lives either dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. When you have peace, you are able to appreciate the present moment without constantly feeling restless. How to protect your peace in 20251. Set boundaries without guilt. Say no to things that drain you without feeling bad about it. Limit your access to people who thrive on drama and negativity. Protect your personal time. Your peace is worth more than someone else's expectation. 2, don't stop engaging in every argument. You don't need to respond to every negative comment. Not every situation needs your reaction. Sometimes silence is the best response. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone who is committed to misunderstanding you. 3, distance yourself from toxic people. If someone constantly disrupts your peace, it's okay to walk away. Stop trying to fix relationships that only bring stress and negativity. Choose relationships that bring you joy, stability, and support. 4, choose rest over burnout. Stop glorifying exhaustion. Resting is productive. Take time to recharge mentally, emotionally, and physically. Do things that bring you peace. Reading, meditating, exercising, or simply enjoying solitude. 5, stop seeking validation from others. Your peace is not dependent on whether others approve of you. So you don't need to explain yourself to people who don't respect your choices. Live for yourself, not for the expectations of others.